All right, new module. We're now on section 12.4, solving exponential and logarithmic equations. The key is to unlock the variable using inverses. If the variable is stuck somewhere inside of a problem, maybe you could use the inverse operation and unlock it to isolate it. The key to these is if you are working with an exponential, make sure the power is isolated. It's not here. If you're working with logarithms, make sure that, I should make these more difficult. How's that? This one here, the log is isolated, we're ready to go. Here, the log is not isolated. We need to isolate it before we can continue. So let's see about how this works. First of all, to isolate this exponential power, add 4 to both sides. We have 8 to the 5x plus 1 equals 11. And now you see that the variable is locked in the exponent. Then we use the inverse, which is the logarithm. Now, here's something that's kind of cool. It doesn't matter which base I use. I could use base 8 if I wanted. I could use base 10 for common, or I could use base e for natural. I'm going to use the natural log because it's easier for me to write. Let me show you what I mean. It's easier for me to write down ln because it just flows off the hand better. So I'm going to natural log both sides. 8 5x minus 1 equals 11. And now I can use that one property that says something raised to an exponent, I can bring that exponent down front. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take this 5x minus 1 and write it down front, leaving the natural log 8 equals natural log 11. And now I just have to solve for x. It looks more intimidating than it is. It's not so bad. I'm going to divide both sides by natural log 8. And that's going to give me 5x minus 1 equals natural log 11 divided by natural log 8. I'm going to add 1 to both sides. So 5x equals natural log 11 divided by natural log 8 plus 1. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 5. Natural log 11 divided by natural log 8 plus 1 divided by 5. That's calculator ready. Type in the natural log 11, divide by natural log 8, get your answer. Add 1, get your answer. Divide by 5, get your answer, and that's what you would type in. I don't know what this is off the top of my head, doesn't really matter. We can put that in the calculator and figure out what it is. Our second example, right here, again, I see that my variable is locked into my expression. Let's see if I can use the inverse to get it out of there. Doesn't this work with the base? The log equals the exponent. So this right here is actually x as the base raised, the log equals the exponent raised to the 3.5 equals 16. Great, my variable is now by itself. Now how do I take care of this right here? What do I do with this? Well, interestingly, I'm going to do something back from a long time ago. I'm going to raise both sides to the 1 over 3.5. And that will cancel out. Multiplying these together cancels out, and whatever 16 raised to the fraction 1 divided by 3.5 is, that becomes my answer. 16 raised to the 1 divided by 3.5. Again, calculator ready. The crazy thing about all this logarithm stuff, it's so calculator dependent, and it's hard for us to figure out if our answers are correct just by looking at the answers. We have to trust the calculators will work. This final example here, I'm going so fast. Sorry about that. Let's isolate the log by adding 1.5 to both sides. So I'm going to have log 3x plus 2 equals 1.5. Now my log is isolated. I'm going to convert to exponential form. What is the base of a log when I cannot see the base? 10. So the exponential form is 10 raised to the 1.5 equals what I was logging. Now I can get my variable by itself. I'm going to add 2 to both sides. I'm going to divide by 3. 10 to the 1.5 plus 2 divided by 3. This is my calculator ready answer, and we are good to go. This section right here can be challenging. Section 5 is very challenging. I'm probably not going to put up a video for that, simply because now maybe I will. I'm not quite sure yet. If you see one, then there is one, and I guess I'll talk about it then. As always, if you have any questions on these, please click question help and email my instructor, and it sends me an email right away. Blessings to you.